everywhere I go. The people really want to know who I is and who I be. They stop and stare when they see
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Spot Real Talk. My name is Tiara.
I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Ron.
And today we have a very special guest here to chat with us. From the hit series BMF, we have Russell Hornsby, who plays Charles Flenory. So enjoy this one. It's really good. And brothers and sisters, pay attention because Charles is handing out some game on this one.
He's locked and loaded, guys. Okay. I'm the.
Let's do it. I'm ready for you. Let's go. Bring him on. Come on. Bring him on.
We're warm and ready.
We're ready for you. Now, we had the opportunity to actually meet you in person at the season 1 premiere of BMF. And, you know, Russell, you were very pleasant and we loved you, but we've been on Charles heavy this season.
Yes, we have.
So, Tiffany, I'm going to let you lead us in because I know you got some smoke for Charles, for the character Charles.
Yes. Well, first, I want to say that you are an amazing actor. I have followed your career for years, and I know, look, my dad is going to be like, I like that brother. I can't believe you got to interview him. And you were on one of my favorite shows, The Affair. But our segment we have is Who Can Get Your Hands segment. And so Charles is officially probably on our Hall of Fame, Who Can Get the Hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know it. And I just wanted to know, like, when you saw the script, did you know that you were going to have this effect, that Charles was going to have this effect this season? You know,
I mean, they told me ahead of time that like this was sort of the arc. Randy had told me, he set me up. He said, listen, this is where we're taking you. He was like, get your body right. And, you know, we're going to take you in this situation and, you know, going to have this woman's going to come in, everything like that. So I was ready. Yep. I was definitely ready and very much aware of it.
Okay. All right. And Ron, you got some more follow-up for that? Because I know Ron has been a defender of yours.
Yes.
He tried to play devil's advocate for you.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let me take us to church for a minute.
Okay.
Proverbs 21:9, and I'm going to paraphrase, says, a man would rather spend time on a hot tin roof than to be in the house or the presence of a nagging wife. Now, let me ask, is that why Charles possibly stepped out on Lucille?
It ain't possibly, it is.
Oh,
I mean, you know, let's keep it 100. Let's keep it a buck, as the kids say.
Okay.
The reality, when the money gets funny and the bread don't smell right, things go awry. And so, you know, the money, so with that, there's a fracture that's happening, right? And so with the money funny, it breaks off the communication.
Absolutely.
And so because the communication is broken, there's no intimacy. Do you understand what I mean? So I mean, this is a fact of just life.
Exactly.
And so, and the reality of it is, Charles had no intention to go out to cheat on his wife. He was tempted.
Exactly.
She, you know, homegirl, the snake came in with the apple and said, take a bite. Exactly. And that was a shiny red apple. You know what I'm saying? And so let's break this down. So when you haven't been touched and somebody touches you, it does something to you. When you haven't been caressed and someone caresses you, it does something to you.
Amen, brother. Amen.
And so the thing is, you're not even looking for that, but you're going, damn, that sure felt right. I've been missing that feeling.
I feel the spirit on me. Come on.
Right? So now there's a new anointing that's coming to bear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And so you're tempted. You're going to take it. You're going to take a bite. That's just human nature. Because everything is fractured, right? Amen. So now I'm gonna take this a step further. So some would say, well, why didn't Charles go try to talk to Lucille? Okay, let's be honest, right? That's what the sister's gonna say. Well, he could have told her how. Now, first of all, we're looking at that from a 2023 lens.
Well,
that's some year 2000 stuff. Okay, but I'm gonna indulge you, right? So your wife comes home from a 12-hour day. He beat you by 30 minutes. She's sitting on the couch, tired as 10 mother jumpers, right? Now Charles walks in the door a half an hour later with something on his mind. He says, baby, can we talk for a minute? And what does she say? What?
Yeah, she was being a little.
I know, no. But let's keep it a buck though, right?
Keep it a buck.
What, Charles? What? And he goes, you know what, baby? It's all good. No problem. No. What?
Charles, thanks for that. Thanks for taking us to church this afternoon.
So when that happens, what's a man ain't gonna do nothing but no. What did we say?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We admit that Lucille wasn't blameless.
No, she was not blameless.
No.
But didn't she try with the nightgown and you shut her down talking about the bill with Nicole and that wasn't right. She should not have gotten a bill in Nicole's name. But couldn't y'all have talked about that tomorrow?
Too late.
Exactly why we've gone too far.
Mm-hmm.
We're past the point. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing you can do at this point. We've gone past that point of no return. And Charles is more worried about that money at that point.
Yeah.
So now you're saying, you don't give me some. I gotta pay for the coochie. It's conditional now.
And you making some points, but y'all are trying to make a comeback, trying to get back into a good place. Lucille apologized, but you still can't fight that temptation now.
I got that feeling. baby, I got that feeling.
Mabel got it.
Well, I mean, what did the guy say? Ain't nothing like some new.
That's right. Hey, look, Charles, the only thing I have to say about that is you don't SHIT where you eat. And let me put it this way, that neighbor situation, that's a funny situation to be in, brother. 100 miles or better is your favorite. It's the mileage.
But it is. But think about it. Where was brothers going to Detroit in the 80s? Yeah.
No, I
you 100 miles. You can't go 100 feet. you can't afford to go nowhere. That's why brothers would go to the spot, to the bar, and go, and it'd be some little tricky. You know what I mean? Everybody know about that little bar.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? The Cork in LA back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody knew about them spots. And you would go there. I mean, Charles wasn't a drinker, but this is just other men. Right. You go there, have a few, and then you go home, and then sisters come around, they start rubbing on you. You know what I mean? And that's where you go. You go get your release wherever you can.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this type. They say this type of stuff happens every day. I mean, right?
That's absolutely.
I remember the juke joints and the belly rub spots. Growing up, seeing everybody down there coming out.
Yes,
you know what I mean? I remember the spots.
Not so do I.
Yeah.
You and Nicole, Brianna White are doing an incredible job. You guys have a lot of chemistry in these roles. And Tiffany, I think you had a question along those lines.
Yeah, I did, because I know that you guys did Jitney, the August Wilson play together. And so I was like, how was that like reuniting with her on BMF?
It was like going home again, honestly. You know what I mean? Now I'm able to work with one of my dear friends that I've known for a long time. We have such a rich history. And also, to be truthful, to know that you're working opposite a fellow thespian. We both come from the theater. So we understand how to work. We understand how to go there. You know what I mean? And some things don't even need to be said. We just know. You know what I mean? And so that's refreshing. And I honestly think that's why the characters have such a deep reservoir and why they resonate with people, because we choose to go down to the terra firma. We're going to the dermis layer of everything. You know what I mean? We're not dealing with the surface layer, anything like that. No. We're going river deep and mountain high.
Oh, wow.
And that's a credit to Nicole, because she's such a fine actress and even a better human being. And so there's a level of trust that we have with each other that doesn't get in the way of the work at all.
Mm-hmm. And I was watching, I caught Get Rich or Die Trying on TV again a few days ago. And I was like, oh, you and 50 have a long history as well, too.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things where I think it helped that I did the movie. And I think 50 really respected or respects my journey. And so again, I think that he valued the fact that I'm going to bring this brother, this actor, to my show. And I have to give 50 a lot of credit in that, because even in all the other shows, even the First Power, they've brought a lot of theater actors to those shows. And I think it's really helped raise the level of the work. I'm looking at friends that I came out of school with, or we all got to New York at the same time, and we were doing theater together. And so I'm like, oh man, they got Ty Jones over here, Patina Miller, who's a cold-blooded actress.
Dynamite, yes.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's all those things that you're seeing, you're going, this is what I'm talking about. And that's the credit to 50 and their team saying, get the best people. Let's go.
And now that being said, do you have a preference with TV, film, or theater?
If all things being equal, I would prefer theater.
Yeah. I feel like you really get to go there and show your range with theater. And we always say that, like, you can tell an actor that has come from the theater background, because it's always so much depth and so much that they bring to their characters. So it's very noticeable, and we applaud you for your work in this show and all of your work.
I thank you. You know, and I just want to say, see, and people may notice or not, but it's very intentional, the amount of the layer of emotion that I lay on top of Charles. It's very intentional. And the reason being is because somebody told me a long time ago that there was a phrase that said there was a time when boats were made of wood and men were made of steel.
Wow.
Charles is of that ilk. These men that work with their hands, their back's broken by the time they 45, 50, all that kind of stuff, right? Rarely, and we all seen these men, I saw when I was growing up, rarely do we see or understand what was happening inside. I know they had pain. I know that they cut, they bleed, they would cry because they couldn't make the mortgage or make the rent, or the roof is leaking, or my kids got to go without these new shoes. I know that pain, those men, right? Who just didn't have it or didn't have enough. And so this, to me, for me, is my tip of the cap, my love letter, my thank you for those men that helped raise me, that had to go through and deal with the hard times day after day, the unsung heroes, if you will. And I'm saying, I saw you, I see you, I know you exist, and I care. And so then that's why the lyric from the Tin Man, he says, what would I do if I could suddenly feel? If I could reach inside of me and say, I like what I see, then I'd be more than glad to share all that I have inside me here. And if a tear should come to my eye, think of all the wounds they would mend, just to think the time I could spend being vulnerable again.
Wow. Your interest in acting was started by The Wiz. Is that
100%.
That's the line, he said.
Yeah. So I mean, and so these are things that I'm bringing to these roles, because I'm saying men now, we can be vulnerable. We're allowed to be malleable. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's not running from it. You know,
iron sharpens iron, and that's what brothers need to understand today. Because I think we had it earlier. We lost it somewhere along the line. But iron sharpens iron.
Yes, we're getting it back.
We're getting it back.
Yes.
Both of you are saying what my father always says to me about men and their ilk and stuff. He talks to me about that a lot, and about, where he sees the brothers now, as, opposed to him growing up and things like that.
Yeah, I mean.
And maybe that's some of that disconnect that you see between Terry and Meech and Charles. There's a little disconnect there where like he's trying to get through to them, but their minds are elsewhere.
Well, the saying goes, words are beautiful, but deeds are divine.
Absolutely.
And so if I'm telling my boys, listen to me, this, that, and the third, but they're looking around saying the roof is leaking, the lights is coming off, it's cold up in this motherfucker. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Dad, hold on, you told us you was the man of the house. Well, how come ain't no heat? How come the lights ain't on? What's up, Pop?
Yeah.
So I'm supposed to listen to you?
Yep.
Right.
Words are beautiful, but deeds are divine.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
So you can't do that. So they're gonna go out and make a way.
Yeah. And
You
we're
know
seeing
what I'm saying? So you can't blame them.
You cannot blame them.
You know what I mean? So it's almost like, hey man, if you're not doing what you were supposed to do, which is be provisions, then we ain't got no man in the house, Jack.
That's facts.
Well, one more thing real quick.
Yeah.
I loved your role in Lincoln Heights. You played the patriarch, Eddie Sutton, I believe.
Yep.
You see any similarities in that character and the one you currently have with that's Charles?
The only similarity is that he was a father, husband. I think they're distinct differences, and I think that that's the beauty of when you look at us in Black. We talk about this, we are not a monolith.
It's absolutely.
Right. And so, Eddie Sutton's a different kind of father than Charles was, but also we're looking at them at different times.
Absolutely.
Yep.
You know what I mean? In different eras, as well. I mean, I think that you notice that Eddie Sutton, he allowed his wife to lead. He listened. You know what I mean? But also he was providing on a regular basis, right? And so we saw this man evolve and become a better communicator with his kids, all of those things that Charles just didn't have the capabilities or the tools with which to do that. You know what I mean? And so, and also it's beautiful. I like it for me because I've had an opportunity to grow as the actor, you know what I mean? And I, playing Eddie Sutton 10, 15, 20, whatever long ago, and then playing Charles and noticing and being able to just sort of allow all that, like I said, that emotion and those feelings to come in and be that kind of man that says, I am the head of this household and do as I say, because that's what kind of those men of that era, of that ilk, of that age.
Exactly.
And I think we need to see that, and some of that needs to come back.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's like, because I have two young sons, and it's like, their mother is very loving and nurturing, everything like that. And I don't yell at them, but I'm like, hey boy, pick that up, let's go. No, wait a second, Dad. No, Dad, don't wait a second, Jack.
Right.
I'm gonna take the iPad from you, or I'm gonna turn this damn thing off. You don't pick, but Dad, no, I don't want to hear it. Because you still Black in this country. I don't care how many freedoms you think you have or whatever, how educated you may think you are or whatever. No, brother. You're gonna have to learn this discipline, and then when you get it and you do right, I can take you out to the ball game. I can buy you some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. My throwing a shift, baby. Right?
And as a former football player, I know you know what's up.
Yes, that's it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and I think that's what we have to understand that, Charles is a representative of manhood, of fatherhood in Black. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I don't think there's anything toxic about it. I think that, again, that was a time, and I think that we're evolving and we're, as I stated, becoming more malleable. But I think that I don't think you can, if you're being masculine, if you are a man, that's not toxic.
No.
They don't do it in reverse and say toxic femininity. When women are saying, hey, I'm independent, I can go out and get a job, I can lead you, I know how to do all this. We don't say, oh, that's toxic femininity.
Look,
I don't
we had a
need
real
a
talk
man.
Conversation about that at some point.
And that's real talk.
It's true.
No, come on now. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, right?
Absolutely.
So all we're doing is exerting who we are, what we've been made to be.
And what society has called
and
us.
what society wants us to. Just like women, you're saying, hey, I don't need to sit back and retreat, brother. I can go to work, I can provide, I can do all this stuff. My wife says it too. I'm like, okay, you can be bad then. That's okay. I love you for that. But allow me to stand on this here terra firma and stand up straight and tall and say, no, we're not doing that. I'm not doing that today.
Right.
I should be able to do that just as quickly as you as a woman would say, no, brother, I hear you, but no, we're not doing that today.
Yep.
You know, I love you. You know, hey, honey, I love you, baby, but I'm not feeling that today. Sisters, I get it from my wife. So I should be able to say, hey, baby, I love you, but nah.
Right.
That's life. That's you know what I mean? That's social interaction. And then what do we do? As the old song goes, when we get it right, we try a little tenderness now.
Hey.
Yes.
And as I said, right, these tonal shifts start to happen, right? Once as a woman, you've been seen, you've been heard, you've been acknowledged, right? Then you can take away that veneer, if you will, right? So now, oh, I'm soft and warm now, baby. What you want to do, honey? What you want to eat? You know what I'm saying? When I come in, house is warm. Hey, baby, how was work today? You take off that shield, you go, it was hard, but I'm here, baby. How you doing?
Yep.
And
You have said a word today.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
No, I told you I was ready.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, you ready?
You're ready. You came locked and loaded. And you know what? You were good for it.
You were. But you know what? Even what you said, you basically corroborated some of the things that I was saying to the brothers, because there were some brothers in our comments that were defending Charles. And some of them, the good points I did accept. Like, you know, I understand Detroit during that time and the, you know, the workforce and everything. And I understand Lucille's part and how she kind of emasculated him with how she spoke to him. So she wasn't right in that effect. But where you corroborated my point, I said to the brothers in our comments, I said the finances, sometimes like with women, when things are not right at home, when you don't take care of home, it affects how we look at the man. It affects the sex drive, all of those things. And a lot of the brothers in the comments were like, well, listen, if you're not giving him, you're not getting none. Of course, he's going to go here. We understand that's a cause and effect, but understand that how women are, our makeup, like how we look to the man as the head for security, financially, emotionally,
that's right,
spiritually, all of that. And that plays a role when you you're not fixing home, you're not making repairs here in years, but you're going over to Mabel's house to make repairs.
No,
all of those things.
You listen, you 100% right. Listen to me. My wife is cold-blooded, got 2 degrees, smart sister. She bad as she want to be. She got her a nice little job, everything like that. But my uncle made it clear, he helped me understand this. And his wife, he's married 40-something years. And he says, now you Russell, you notice how independent she is when she wants something, right? She go out and get it. The only time they ask for permission is when they want you to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? So when your wife puts her hand out, you better be able to put something in it.
Yeah. Well.
Don't give away all our secrets, Russell.
I'm giving game for
Look, that's good.
No, but I mean, and even my wife used to say when we got together, and she was like, you know, I'm going to become an actor, and I'm working a little bit, and she's like, don't worry about it, like, you know, I can cover us and this and that. I said, hell to the no. Because no, now you could do that for a moment. Now, obviously, we've been together for 20-something years, so it could work now. But in the early first 5 years, if you coming up short, like Bernie Mac say, look at me, look, I'm short. It's not a good feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I remember one time I was between jobs. I had bought our house. We had bought our house. You know, I bought our house. And I hadn't worked. Now the house, we still in the calendar year buying the house, purchasing the house. And I had come back from doing fences on Broadway.
That was amazing.
Thank you. So I hadn't had a job in like over 3 months. I hadn't worked over 3 months. Money wasn't funny, but I still hadn't had a job in over 3 months. My wife came home early. Me and my friend are playing PlayStation, Madden at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Don't say
my wife was supposed to be home till 5:30.
Yes, sir.
Then she came through that door. She came up. She looked at my friend, said hello and all that good stuff to him. Blah, blah, blah. And I said, hey, man, you got to go. He was like, why, man? She just said hello, said stay as long as I want. I said, no. You got to go, bro.
Yeah.
That ain't what that mean.
And she came down, she was like, oh, you been playing all day? I'm like, well, yeah. Oh, ain't no food, ain't no, Now, I'm grateful. I got some money. I got, you know what I'm saying? I paid for the house. She's still giving him like,
He ain't playing no game
all day. We had no kids, nothing like that. And that's the last time I played Madden. I kid you not.
Look. I got one for you. I got rid of my PlayStation.
That's it. That's exactly it. I haven't played PlayStation since.
Right.
Real talk. That's real talk. I have not. That's 2010.
And I must admit, I missed that thing, but I got rid of it.
No. So, I mean, those are the kind of things. And so you have to be able to just that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like my wife looking at me cockeyed, kind of out of the side of her neck. And we in this house because of me.
Right. Exactly.
That don't mean nothing. That was yesterday.
Right.
Yeah, but it's true.
What have you done for me lately?
Come on, Jim.
Right.
But we just wired different. It's just difference in how we are created,
I mean, but the thing is, though, you're absolutely right. They say a heap see, but few know.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But we're supposed to have that understanding. You're supposed to know that going in. And as much, I believe, as my wife would say, it's okay if you don't have it, we don't get it, everything like that. And I said, that's great to hear you say. That's rhetoric to me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You don't believe that. You're saying that to make me feel better and feel comfortable, but you don't expect me to allow that to happen.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because you're really testing what kind of man am I when you make that statement. When you know what I'm saying? You're really saying, baby, I'm here for you, but you ain't supposed to need me.
You giving too much game right now.
No, look, I want to know where and what time is church service.
Hey man, whenever I get down, I'm always bringing the gospel, brother.
Right. It is. And they need to hear it. So the brothers in our comments, like you really schooled them.
Yeah. Because I was like that's all I'm saying though. I was taught by those men.
Right.
Yeah.
My uncles schooled me, you know what I mean, and being in marriages. And I don't always get it right, but I do know, and that, and also here's the other thing. You give your money to your wife, your girl, whatever, and it's automatically keep the change.
Yep.
Right. Automatic.
Right.
It don't matter whatever it's for, how much, it's just keep the change. Right.
Exactly.
Now I know. Now listen, my wife tried to tell me something. We fought over this. I said, if the shoes were reversed and you were making the lion's share of the money, the lion's share, and I needed X, Y, and Z, you would ask me why I needed, what I needed for.
Oh my
Do I really need that much? Have I looked everywhere for the money? Have I looked everywhere to get it one cheaper? And mother jump up, bring me the receipt and my change.
The house is on fire, man. I you know what?
My wife trying to tell me that ain't true. And I'm like, it is true because y'all want to be in charge.
All day.
Man, don't want to get emasculated. You better come with your money. Ain't nothing going on but the rent.
I can't disagree with you. I can't disagree.
Now again, if you're within that realm of we're making something, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hey, she might be making 25 more, 30 more, but you got a job, okay, hey, what's up? Well, other than that,
I think you are absolutely
I've been with my wife over 20 years. I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking.
I got 27, and I'm gonna tell you right now, you have spoke Rhema into this atmosphere. Let me tell you.
But if people be looking at me talking, I'm telling you, we all know.
We know.
Yeah, it's true.
And I think that if we're just honest about, I think it'll help relationships.
Mm-hmm.
It'll help marriages because as a man, what are your expectations?
Yes.
As a man and as a husband, as a wife, what are your expectations?
Yeah.
Let's be honest. I mean, yes, men do cook, everything like that. But hey, brother wants a hot meal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Brother want to come home to the house smelling nice. Like let's keep it 100. I say this to my wife all the time. My uncle used to tell me this. He said, if the house is dirty that's her fault. But if the roof is leaking, that's your fault.
You know what? God, man, I mean,
I hope these brothers that was commenting to you, Tiff, I hope they catching this. Take
I
notes.
hope they do too.
no, and basically this is more for the sisters and understanding that, in fact, you said it a minute ago, Tiffany, that, you know, we kind of sow what we reap, but at the same token, women have to understand the duality of a man, because we got more on us than just being your husband,
Right.
or raising a family. we have the concerns of the world.
Yes.
And when we come in, we want to take that garment off and put on a garment of comfort, a garment of healing. And that has to take place in the house before anything else can take place. If the house ain't a home.
Good point.
What do you got?
That's real. I mean, and we're out there as brothers, not saying sisters don't deal it with their own, but it is the psychological warfare that is put upon us as men that we have to deal with. And so women, I believe that women are very much capable of doing two things at once. You know what I mean? What is it? Of multitasking. That's why the mothers and women are lifted up so.
Right.
That's why Mother's Day is Mother's Day.
Right.
And Father's Day, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because we know mothers, women get down and do it.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
And so again, our job, as Ron said, is to provide, protect. Right. To bring a hedge of protection around you and the family so that you can do what you need to do to provide for all of us and everybody and be Big Mama, if you will.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who needs something to eat? So-and-so needs a present. Let me get so-and-so some shoes. Let me do that. And all you're doing, you're saying, this is what we need. And the husband's saying, we got to go ahead, go get it, baby.
Yep. Well, Russell, you have given us a clinic today on relationships. I mean,
Right, like I said, I mean, I know it's all out of love and jest and everything like that, but I was like, y'all, I'm coming because y'all wearing me out, boy.
you gave me all I did.
Out of me.
Well, it has been such a pleasure. We're grateful that you took the time out to chat with us today. I know you are very busy getting ready to go into filming for season 3. So congrats on that.
Thank you very much. This was a joy. This is a joy. Thank you all so much. I had a great time today.
Thank you. You and Nicole have been given an acting clinic too. Like, you can tell that you guys come from theater.
Yes.
You guys are amazing. And you have great energy just like she does. Like, you guys are wonderful.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. This is great. This is great.
Thank you for keeping it real too, man. I appreciate it.
Yep. All right. Well, we appreciate you again. You're welcome back anytime.
Anytime.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.
You too. Have a good weekend.
Bye-bye.
They stop and stare when they see me. If I said it once, no need to repeat. Run up on me, watch you fall to your knees. Tip my hat when it's time for the kill. Ain't no beast when you're really real. I am the boss, I am the dawn. I am the one they call Lucky Charm. Got my own shit, I don't need your farm. Life was so hard, it made me weak. Built to last, this girl ain't weak. Sturdy and still when I plant my feet. Got it out the mud, now it's racks in my sleep. Look to God, he supplies my needs. Endless faith is what brought me next level prosperity. Silent power moves is what I'm giving. They love to hate the world, they can't.